Where have you been all my life?
Hello, everyone. Happy Monday. How are we doing today, you guys? Hope y'all are having a lovely day today, and hope Monday is treating you well. How are we? How was our weekend? How we doing? How was our Monday? Are we freezing our butts off? Because I sure am. I hope you guys are not freezing your butts off. I hope you're warm and cozy or cool, like, or just whatever comfortable temperature you desire, because I am cold as per usual. But other than that, honestly, cannot complain. How are you guys? Hope y'all are doing good. Hi, wifey. Hello. Thank you for first today and for getting your daily mint and for the 56 months. That is a literally insane number of months. Genuinely. Thank you so much, wifey. I hope you're having a lovely day today. And hi, Maud. How are you? Hope you're having a good day today as well. And thank you for getting your daily mint. Got told by a student you aren't allowed to be sick again. Oh, that's really cute. They're right. You're not allowed to be sick again. You're not. Okay, so you better not be sick. If I catch wind that you're sick, Mom, I'm gonna show up at your house. I'm gonna throw a bunch of mints in your face, and you're gonna be refreshed, and you're gonna feel so much better. And then you're gonna go and give your students some mints, and then you're gonna have a lovely day together, the two of you. But I hope you're not getting sick. That would really suck. Please take care of yourself. Make sure to hydrate. Do all that good stuff. And again, stay warm. It is so damn cold, you guys. Like, well, actually today is better than it was yesterday. Also, sorry if my eye's being weird. I'm rubbing it because my contact, something is going on with my contact right now. But Anyway, it was really freaking cold. We got a lot of snow. Well, not like a crazy amount of snow, but like a good couple inches of snow. And then yesterday, I forget what the low or what the high was, but it was like 5 degrees or lower. I can't remember. Somewhere around there. It was like, felt like -14 outside. I was like, bruh. I did not go outside, but just knowing that it was that cold outside. And then I made the mistake, because like usually when it snows, you know, like over a weekend especially, I'll like go out there and clean my car off. So I don't have to do it in the morning, you know, before work. But it was so damn cold out. I was like, oh, I don't want to go out there, so I didn't. And I did it this morning, and it wasn't that bad, you know, like you literally just like brush the snow off and it's fine. At least there wasn't like ice or anything under there. But it was like several inches of snow, and it was so freaking cold this morning. So I learned my lesson. I knew that was gonna bite me in the ass, and it did. It sure did. I shouldn't have been lazy, and I should have cleaned it off yesterday, but I didn't. And it was like still dark when I went out to my car, so it was so damn cold. It was so cold. It's below 0, so I'll take it. Or oh, I was like, damn, you're really like generous with what you'll allow. Because I wouldn't take that. Above 0. Above 0. Yeah, that's fair. You know, I would just like at least to not be in the single digits, which we're not today. It did warm up, and it's gonna warm up, or, you know, quote unquote warm up throughout the week. I think by Thursday it's gonna be in the 50s, which like I can do 50s, I can do 40s, heck, I can even do 30s, you know. But after we get under the 30s, I'm like, this sucks and I don't like it. I think it's like low 20s today, so like an improvement from yesterday, but still not really what I wanted for myself, you know. But the snow's already melting, so at least the roads aren't too bad anymore. But yeah, that was my weekend. I just stayed inside though. I didn't go out or anything, so I was just cold in my apartment. It's gonna warm up just to refreeze everything on the roads. No, literally. You know, I'm not thinking that far ahead yet. I'm just gonna pretend that that's not what's going to inevitably happen, but you're so right. But for now, I'm just going to pretend, you know, and just take that ignorance for a while and let me be happy, you know. That's what I'm gonna do, I think, because otherwise it's just bleak out there. But anyways, so that was my weekend. It was very chill. Hung out with wifey a bit, played some Coral Island, did a little bit of reading, and I don't know, just like watched some YouTube and shit. Nothing crazy. Just hung out, did a little writing. And that's about it. That's about it. It was a very chill weekend. Very chill, very cozy. It was nice. I think I'm getting out of my physical reading rut. I'm very happy about that. I'm excited to read some more before bed tonight, even though like the book I'm reading is a little bit stressful. Like a good kind of stressful, but I'm just like, oh my god, oh my god, oh my god. Like, you know, in classic Lee Bardugo fashion. So it's stressing me out a little bit, but like in an entertaining way. But I'm excited to read more of that tonight. And yeah, that's pretty much it. Like, honestly, not much going on. Just started the week, and I'm hoping that this week goes by fast, because I'm hanging out with Roxy this weekend, and also y'all know I just live for the weekend, so I'm already looking forward to it. Oh, and I'm listening. I technically I started the audiobook last week, but I started listening. I listened to a decent chunk today. I listened to like maybe, I don't know, 25% of the book today. It's called Wild Reverence by Rebecca Ross. I've read another book by Rebecca Ross that's a duology. I haven't read the second book yet. I have the physical, so I'm gonna get to that one day. But this is like a standalone book, but it's like in the universe of a different duology she has. I think I remember actually talking about this now that I think about it. So some people recommended reading the standalone one and then reading the duology from the same universe. So I think I'm gonna do that eventually. But we'll see. I might have played myself, you guys, because for this one I didn't do a library loan. I have it on hold, but it still says like 3 weeks. But I'm really for like the past month I've been really pushing to read books that were my anticipated releases for 2026, or not 2026, 2025, to like get through them, like, you know, while it's like in the year that they released, you know. So I've been reading a bunch of books that were released this year and trying to finish them before the end of the year. Well, with this one, I wanted to read, because I think it's like, I forget, it's like an over 20-hour audiobook, and I don't think the copy of it will be available before the end of the year on Libby. So I was like, I'm just gonna listen to it on Spotify, you know, like that's fine, then I don't have to wait. So I started listening to it on Spotify, but my hours just rolled over, and I have a little bit over 15 hours of the book, and you get 15 hours each month. So I'm like, oh my god, I think it's gonna cut off right before I can finish it again. This always happens to me on Spotify every damn time, because I started listening to it in advance so I could hopefully, you know, not run out of hours. Well, I didn't manage to listen to enough, and so now I think it's gonna cut me off right at the end. And yeah, so I don't know what I'm gonna do. I don't know what I'm gonna have to do. I might have to set sail again. I don't know, just to listen to the last like 30 minutes of it. This happens every time, even though I tried to plan for it this time and it still didn't work out. But there is like an interview and stuff at the end, so I'm hoping that it will work out perfectly. It might work out just right, where I won't get to listen to like the interviews and stuff, at least not right away. But that's fine. I just want to finish the book, you know, within the 15 hours. And it's like, it's going to be cutting it really close. So we're just going to have to see what happens. But, so I'll keep you guys updated on that journey, see what goes on. I'm really liking it, so I'll probably finish it, like, if not this week, next week. But yeah, we shall see. Hi, Iris. Hello. But that's what's going on in my reading journey. And yeah, that's about it. That's all I got going on. Oh my god, I might have to take my contacts out. They're bothering me so much. I might switch to my glasses. Yeah, I think I'm going to. This is driving me crazy. Okay, I'm gonna be back in like 2 seconds, okay? I'm gonna put my glasses on, and hopefully it doesn't make my eyes look unhinged. I will be right back. Okay, I'm back. Sorry about that. If my eyes look a little bit weird this stream, that's why. I think I've only streamed with my glasses on like a handful of times. That feels so much better. I think my eyes just need to breathe or something, or maybe it had something on it, but I'm like, whatever. My eyes like all irritated, so I'll just put my glasses on. Okay, let me get all rearranged again. It's always like anytime I have to get up while I'm streaming right now, it's like such an ordeal getting back because I've got like my blankies and everything. So I gotta get like tucked back in. But anyways, that's my reading updates. That's about it. That's all we got going on. Yeah, exactly. We are not trying to fuck up our eyes out here. I'm actually going to the eye doctor tomorrow because I need more contacts. So maybe that one's just getting a little old. Like maybe I need to switch it out. I have one more, so I probably should just go ahead and switch it out. But anytime my eyes start getting like irritated, you know, I'm like, I'm just gonna take the contacts out, let them breathe. Just let them have a minute. So anyways, okay. All right, let's do this. I think I might be wrong, but I think we stopped like near the end, or at least what I'm assuming is the end of the investigation. I might be misremembering though. I can never remember what we got up to. Also, Iris is sitting in front of chat on my other screen, so I can't see. Do you want Lappy, baby? What do you think? That would be a little bit better, don't you think? I got a Supreme Blanky Lappy right here for you. Yep, yours for the taking. Okay, let me see here. Trial ladder. Oh, investigate. Or no. Yep, this should be this one. Yes, I do think so. Okay. Let's see what we were doing last, and let's see if I can remember. This doesn't seem right. Hold on. That already doesn't seem right to me. I feel like we were out somewhere, not at our office. I might be wrong, but that doesn't feel right. What's the one I just loaded? This one. 829. Okay, no, I think one up here was later. Oh, here. I think it's this one. That's about my stream end time. Let's try this one. Okay. This seems more right, I think. Oh, yeah, and we have something to talk about here. Okay. Let's see what Angel has to say. Dark investigation. Joe Dark. That's a name I'll not soon forget. We trailed him for a half a year. Oh, the pressure. Still, I don't think I was ever more alive than I was then. Those days were steamier than a bowl of hot gravy. I love gravy. Sounds good. Poor old Jake Marshall, though, must have been going through hell. You mean because of his brother's death? They were close, those two. After Neil died, something took over Jake. He became obsessed. Seeing Jake like that made her all the more desperate. Her? I was just about to say, who's she? Lana Skye. My sister? The best of the best were put on that SL9 case. Of course, they were led by that legendary duo. Lana and Chief Gant. Okay, after case closed. That legendary pair was the reason we were able to keep up our investigation. That's why we were so shocked over how it turned out. You mean with the forging of the evidence? Don't get me wrong. Joe Dark got what he deserved. Still, it was obvious the evidence produced in court was being manipulated. Items our team never found would suddenly appear, while other items were kept secret. But you don't have proof anything illegal was done. I'm proof enough of what happened. After that case, all of us save Goodman were relieved of our duties. Yeah, that's super sus. That is super duper sus. Most without even so much as an explanation. Then Lana Skye transferred to the prosecutor's office and became chief prosecutor. Lana always wanted to be a prosecutor. Nothing's quite as simple as it appears. Huh? Lana Skye was merely being used as a pawn. That's my take on the matter. She was being used? Damon Gant and Lana Skye. Gant led the investigation, with Lana second in command. They were the best. They solved all kinds of cases together, didn't they? Damon Gant's magnetism in particular was almost unreal. His magnetism? By that I mean his ability to attract evidence. He'd produced the most incredible evidence in the cases he handled. Incredible evidence? You mean... Oh yes, there were rumors about him even back then. No one dared confront him though. I take it she's talking about forged evidence. Back then, everyone looked up to Lana. All the detectives wanted to be like her. Really? Oh yes, myself included. I was a fool, really. She hated anything crooked and always watched out for the other detectives. That's why she was so concerned for Jake. Mr. Marshall. When Jake's brother was murdered, she felt as if she had lost her own brother. If it wasn't for her, I don't think Jake would ever have recovered from his shock. That's what makes it all the more infuriating. Miss Starr. That's why. I'll never be able to forgive her. Why did she have to turn so cold after that? Being used. Lana transferred to the prosecutor's office 2 years ago, didn't she? Yes, thanks to Chief Gant's powerful influence. Chief. That's right. Having solved the SL9 case, his position as chief was secured. There was only one thing left for him to control. And then no one could stand in his way. The prosecutor's office. What? You mean that's why Lana was transferred? If he could control the chief prosecutor, he could control the prosecutor's office. That must have been his goal all along. But how could he control Lana? I don't know, but one thing's for sure. Ever since that case ended, she's never been the same. It's only logical to conclude. There must have been a reason for her to change. At last. I'm finally getting close to the bottom of this ugly mess. Thank you, Miss Starr. You listen to me, Rookie. It takes more than just ingredients to create fine cuisine. I hope you turn out to be a better chef than I've been. All right. Okay, so I think we need to try, because weren't we trying to get back into Chief Gant's office? But the only way we can get in is with Gumshoe's help. And I think he was kind of denying helping us, but who knows? Maybe he'll change his tune. So let's try going back to the police department. Criminal affairs, I think. Ooh, okay, something. Oh, you're back. You're still here? I gotta make 150 copies of these files. Brewing coffee, copying files. I'm turning into a regular DJ. You're a DJ as well? If I'm not mistaken, I think he means desk jockey. Wow, I'm having trouble saying words today. Oh, that DJ. I gotta admire your persistency, but my answer's still no. Aw, come on, Gumshoe. Help a girl out. Help a girl out. I'm not letting you in the chief's office, period. It'd be my neck on the line. That office is the last crime scene in the SL9 incident. Have to take a look in there. There's got to be something we can do to make the detective change his mind. Okay, so probably show him something. What's our like most recent evidence? Autopsy. I really thought it was gonna be this. Do you know? Or maybe that. But I feel like we used that before and it didn't work, but maybe it works now. Or maybe something with this. Maybe let's see if does he have anything to say about this? That's the ID card record, isn't it? Yes. There's only one number left to investigate. At 4:20 p.m. The victim, Detective Goodman, must have entered the evidence room along with someone else. Someone with an right. Executive officer number. Yep, that's the one. An executive officer. I might just have a hunch. Okay. I was gonna say that conversation looked a little familiar. Does he have to scan in? Can we use Goodman's ID? You can do just about anything these days with a card and a secret number. It's only scary because you keep dropping your card. Forget my secret number a lot too. I'm scared of myself, but I'm me after all, and what could be wrong with that? Okay. Maybe I should try this again. No, this is the same as before. I'm remembering these. About that jar, I think I've seen it somewhere before. Maybe it's one of those memories people have from previous lives. See, I think we've had this conversation as well. Well, if you'd look at this damn picture I'm showing you, you would know where you've seen it before. I don't think it'd be the security video. Maybe something to do with this? I've been studying up on those files. There's nothing wrong with Mr. Edgeworth's presentation. I think people are accusing him of injustice. I, for one, ain't buying it, pal. You're looking into the case for Edgeworth? It's a pretty big deal while it was going on, you know. After all, a serial killer was on the loose, but Lana was pretty clear in her confession. She forged evidence in order to prove Joe Dark guilty. Wait, you know what? I just realized, do I have new talking points with him? Okay, no, just making sure. Surely not related to this, right? I don't think I've looked at this before. What's this? There's a metal plate here. Looks like the names of all the previous recipients are engraved on it. Wow, one guy's listed a bunch of times. Bon Karma. I guess he must be a foreigner. Yeah, that's probably it. Wherever he's from, he must have been an amazing prosecutor. No, you really don't want to meet him. He sucks ass. Okay. I don't think there's anything else to look at. Surely it's not related to this, right? Oh, that's it. That's the King of Prosecutors Award that Mr. Edgeworth got the other day. Were you at the award ceremony, Detective Gumshoe? Of course, pal. I got an award for diligence myself. Congratulations. Say, this design's based on an old Chinese parable, right? Yeah. Everyone knows that. There was this, dragon. Yeah, that's it. A dragon. He had a thing for shields, see? It's not exactly the version we heard. No, but this one sounds more exciting. Anyway, it gets kind of gory after that. I'll spare you the details. Okay. Not that either. Maybe this? Nope. I'm just trying to think what one of these would, like, you know, convince him to let us in the office. Like, I don't feel like any of those, if not the damn, I think I'm like really honing in on the vase thing, but like if not that, you know, what? I might look to see, get an idea of what I'm supposed to be doing. Let's see. Talk to Angel. Did that. Present letter of resignation? Do I have that? Letter of resignation? I don't think I have a letter of resignation. Where do I get that? Oh, there's my problem. Is there something around here? Where was I supposed to get a letter of resignation? Hold on. Let me look earlier. Maybe I'm missing an earlier thing. Okay, hold on. There's something from earlier that talks about at Edgeworth's office, like looking at a crumpled piece of paper. Maybe that's the letter of resignation. Maybe I didn't pick it up. Oh, I bet that's what it is. Okay, that would make sense. All right, Maud, thank you so much for the lurk. Have fun not writing, wrapping presents. All right, let's see. I wonder what he was writing before. Come on, Mr. Wright, let's take a look. Are you crazy? Edgeworth is sitting right there. Just distract him. I'll check it out. Yeah, that's gotta be it. We just didn't look. Hey, Edgeworth. Is that Detective Gumshoe out the window there? Oh no, he's falling to the ground. Hold on. First, let me see what this girl's doing crawling around my feet. He didn't even look. What? Letter of... If you're having trouble reading, I'll read it for you. It says letter of resignation. Resignation? Edgeworth, you don't mean... I'm tired, right? I feel as if something inside me has died. Oh, God. That's bleak. But Mr. Edgeworth, none of it is your fault. That's true. The past 2 cases, he's been suspect. I know the path I've walked. You don't need to tell me. And the path I've walked hasn't been a just one. I can't forgive myself for what I've done. And no one else should forgive me either. Uh-oh, I think he's serious. Mr. Wright, please, you have to do something. This letter of resignation. I wonder if I can use it for anything? Okay. Alright, I'm glad I looked at that. God knows how long I would have run around trying to figure out what I'm missing. And that makes sense why that would work on Gumshoe, because he loves Edgeworth. Okay. Let's present the letter of resignation. What's this crumpled up piece of paper? Yeah. No way. Mr. Edgeworth can't be serious. Is he ever not serious? I can't believe they pushed him this far. Mr. Edgeworth really feels responsible. When I first met him, I thought he was as cold as ice, too. But I know different now. He trusted us detectives to provide him with sound evidence. But we betrayed him. Detective. That's it. I've made up my mind. But, here, take my ID card. We can't do that. If someone found out, they wouldn't let you off the hook with another lost item report. Look at me. It's no secret I'm already out of the loop. After all, I'm friends with Mr. Edgeworth. Depending on how this case turns out, I may already be as good as terminated. What? So at least let me do this, for Mr. Edgeworth's sake. All right, detective. Thank you. Okay. Well, let's go. Hopefully we don't get caught again. Here goes, Mr. Wright. Oh, my blankie's caught up in my wheel of my chair. Okay. There we go. Here goes, Mr. Wright. Oh. Oh. Making all kinds of noise. I forgot he has a goddamn organ in here of all things. Like, bruh, what the fuck? We're in. If anyone finds us now, Detective Gumshoe's a goner. That happens. I'm counting on you to bail me out. Oh, he came along. Oh, you guys. Sorry, I thought you were a ghost. I didn't even know you could slap a ghost. Ah, Detective Gumshoe! What are you doing sneaking up on us like that? I wasn't sneaking. I was just worried something might go wrong. So I came too. If you're here, then what's the point in giving us your ID card? Gumshoe's ID crushed and rendered unusable in pocket. What? Hey, don't do that to my card. What? Why'd it get crushed? I hardly ever get a chance to come in here, so I figured I'd have a look around myself. Besides, we're all in this together now. You really do want to get fired, don't you? Not if we're lucky. Now come on, let's see what we can find out. I've got a bad feeling about this. Yeah, for real. That desk on the other side of the room, was that your sister's? Yes, that's where I was waiting for Lana. On that day 2 years ago. Is anyone using it now? No, sir. This is entirely Chief Gant's office now. He practices a strict policy of preserving the crime scene. That's a strange reason to leave it there. He leaves it as a warning to everyone else. He wants us to always be alert. He told us so himself at our New Year's party. Of course, he was pretty intoxicated at the time. I see. So ever since Lana left, no one ever touches that desk? No one except Chief Gant, and the cleaning lady who's in here each morning. Still, 2 years have passed since that incident. There can't possibly be any clues remaining. Well, there just might be. Can I ask you something? Sure. You only came here to look around, right? Because it's one of the SL9 crime scenes. I mean, that's your only reason for coming here, isn't it? Why do you ask? You don't think... Nah, you wouldn't be... No. No, there's no way. Never mind. Don't worry about it. Okay, now then, let's look around a bit more. Hey, hold on. Not so fast, buddy. Huh? What is it? When someone tells you don't worry about it, it's supposed to start bothering you, pal. You don't just let it go at that. Sorry, this guy's starting to get on my nerves. Okay, so what's bothering you? You two don't think Chief Gant might be a suspect, do you? No. Why would we ever think that? What? He's right, Mr. Wright. What do we think of him? Oh my god, these people stress me out. Chief Gant, so it's finally come to this. What do I think of him? Perhaps it's best I don't divulge my feelings yet. There you go, ignoring me again. Well, listen, I'm cooking over here. I can't believe the detective is asking me who I think is a suspect. I'm just an attorney, dude. I'm literally just the attorney. So safe, isn't it? Safe. That word is ripe with intrigue. Okay, if you say so. Looks like a code needs to be entered in this panel to open it. 7-digit number. I just might know what it is. Is it 77777777777? Have a hunch. Oh, I know. You want to try my birthday? It's no. I have a better idea. Here goes nothing. Ain't no way that's it. Oh, that's it. Well, what a ding-dong. Bingo. What number did you enter? Whose birthday was that, pal? The final ID card number on that record. What? The number of the mysterious executive officer who entered the room that day. You mean 777777777? That ID number? I think you're 1-7 shy this time. This can only mean one thing. That's Chief Gant's ID number. Say, anyone care to look inside? Yeah, I would like to look inside. Is there any money in there? How much does he have stashed away? Look, it's a... Oh, it's the last broken bit, isn't it? A shard from a broken cup. Somehow looks familiar. Where have I seen this before? And it almost looks like there's something written on it, or I don't know. There's something else in here too. Oh, what's this? It looks like a piece of leather cloth. This is a handprint, isn't it? Hey, I saw someone wearing a shirt like that once. You think the chief made up the design? I don't think so. Oh, well, it was just a thought. Is that it? This is all that was in the safe? Apparently so. It's empty now. Piece of cloth with a handprint on it and a broken shard from a cup. They look like pieces of evidence. Yeah, but unless you can prove they have something to do with this case, I'm afraid I can't just let you take them. After all, it's my neck on the line here. Great, now I have to prove their relevancy to get them. How are these two items related to the SL9 incident? Come on, there's got to be something we can show the detective. So do I have them, like, here? Okay, well, this probably... Either this or this. I'm not sure which one for the one. But... let's try... Let's do... For the vase, let's start with... just, like, the actual vase itself. Detective Gumshoe, could you have another look at this jar? I remember when the three of us put that back together. Oh, those were the days. It's kind of early to be nostalgic. Wasn't this jar a piece of evidence from that case? That's right. One of the shards had an SL9 incident sticker on it. Doesn't this ring any bells? You know, that fragment we just found? You mean this one that was in the safe? Yes, that one. That was in the safe. Now that you mention it, it's ringing a lot of bells. Let's see if it fits. Okay, let's have a look. I mean, it should just fit right in, shouldn't it? Oops. How do I combine? Oh, never mind. It's just kind of a weird slash. There. It fits like a charm. That, of course, means Chief Gant willingly and knowingly hid a piece of this jar in his safe. In other words, he concealed a piece of evidence from the SL9 incident. But, hey guys, get a load of this. What is it? This piece you just attached. It's different from the others. Yeah, it almost looks like a... There's a reddish line on it. A reddish line. That's blood. I don't get it. Why would Chief Gant hide this in his safe? Okay. I mean, the other pieces had blood traces as well, but... Okay, wait, so was that... What was the other thing we found in there? I was so locked in on the vase, now I forget what the other thing was. Shoot. What else was in there? Oh, the, like, fingerprints or whatever. Can I use the luminol on it? Hey, I just bought some of that stuff. Add 3 inches to your base height? Base height? Let me see that. What the heck? Looming tall. I'm dead. New and improved growth formula. I mean, this can't detect any blood traces? Well, it's not quite the same thing as luminol. So that's why the lady at the counter had that smirk on her face. Okay, this is Marshall's fingerprints. Didn't we have something else? Or, oh, maybe, oh, that's right, not luminol. This. I'd like you to have a look at this. Hey, I know what that is. So you want to take some fingerprints? That's a great idea, detective. All right, go to town. What are you doing? Why are you sticking out your hand like that? Go ahead, take my fingerprints. It's not your fingerprints we want to take. Huh? Come on, this isn't the time for jokes. We're talking about that cloth we found in the safe. Oh, I knew that. The one with the handprint on it, right? Sheesh, where's your sense of humor? Bruh, we need to get out of here as fast as possible before we get caught. Now is not the time. Okay, Mr. Wright, let's check for prints. Sprinkle powder on the cloth. Then once they've been absorbed into the prints, blow away the rest. Okay. Let's do it. So... Oh. Okay. I'm just gonna do it everywhere, I guess. I'm assuming it's like the general area of the fingers, which should have been around this area. But you know, just for good measure, we'll really get in there. Oh, okay. Gave it my best shot. That kind of result won't be any good for matching prints. But it does not look like we'll get a clear result from this print. Let's try a different finger. Oh, because I clicked on a specific finger. I see. I see. I was wondering why it changed the screen. That makes more sense. I thought we were just doing the whole hand. Oh, this one. Not very good. Okay, maybe this one. Get it a little bit stronger. Probably mostly on the edges. Okay, I'll just do it everywhere because I'm not sure. It looks a little faint near the edges, but maybe it always kind of looks like that. I really don't know. Surely that'll be good. Okay, yep. Okay, but not Gant's fingerprint. Oh wait, it's similar but a little different still, isn't it? Or no, it's the same, okay. No, how can this be? What are Emma's fingerprints doing here? Hey, you found a match? Whose fingerprints were they? Huh? Oh, it seems the prints are too old. They aren't clear enough to get a match. Oh, that's too bad. I thought they'd be Dark's prints. Psst, hey you, over here. What's going on here? What are that kid's prints doing inside the chief's safe? Don't ask me. Let's just keep this information from Emma now. Maybe he was blackmailing Emma's sister because there's some incriminating evidence for Emma. Let's just keep this information from Emma for now. Here, maybe you should hold on to this. Interesting. But it's on some kind of leather cloth. It's all very weird. This is the real deal, isn't it? This armor and these weapons? Sure is, pal. The chief doesn't care for imitations. First the pipe organ, now this armor. Do you know how many taxpayer dollars must have gone into this room? What? You mean we're paying for this? That's it. I'm not paying 1 cent of my taxes. You don't have any taxes to pay. Shh. Be careful of what you say. Who knows? The chief may be hiding in this armor as we speak. I don't think he'd fit in there. Even if he did, he'd never be able to get back out. Cut it out. You guys don't know how scary that guy can be. Okay, let's check over on this side. If we can find any leftover evidence. This was Lana's desk. It sure is tidy. Lana's always been a meticulous cleaner. There's not even any dust on it. Looks like someone's still keeping it clean. Does Lana ever come back here? No. Chief Gant must still keep it clean in memory of their partnership. They were the stuff legends are made of. Does he keep it in memory of her or in memory of the crime? That is the question, isn't it? Shelves are mostly empty. Lana must have cleaned them out when she transferred over to the prosecutor's office. There's a small picture frame on the left shelf. Hey, this is when Lana and I went to that theme park. Oh, is it that? This again? This was taken on that day 2 years ago. The day Joe Dark ran out of the questioning room and tried to kill Emma. After receiving his award trophy, Mr. Marshall took a picture here, then went along with Chief Gant to question Dark. I bet he never knew he'd be dead just a few hours later. Gee, you think? Look at that giant window. Makes you want to crash through it and jump outside. Oh? This is the 15th floor. I know, I was just saying. Saying what? Got the call of the void? Ever since making detective, I've always dreamed about doing something like that. Note to self, Detective Gumshoe has a lot of dreams. As long as he doesn't go crashing through that window when he gets fired. Don't say that. Yeah, don't say that. Okay. Anything with the organ? The chief's organ sure is a sight to behold. Occasionally, we hear him playing it from the Criminal Affairs Department. It's on the 2nd floor, and this is the 15th floor of an entirely different building. When a detective screws up, the chief calls them to his office and makes them listen to the organ for hours. What's so bad about that? Music soothes the soul. After that, the detective can't hear anything for days except the ringing in their ears. So it's an instrument of punishment, literally. But aren't the chief's ears affected? He never listens to anyone anyway. That's beside the point. Hi Juan, how's it going? Thank you for getting your daily mint today. I don't feel like there's anything else to look at here. Is there anything else to talk about? Nope. God, that scared me. I don't know why. It just did. Am I done here? The cold is beating my ass, bestie. Same here, bestie. I feel you heavy on that. I really, really do. I hope that you can stay warm as best as possible, though. Maybe I'm just done here? Because I don't see anything else to like click on. Let's just try moving somewhere else. Where to? Maybe detention center? Can't promise that. Yeah, that's fair. I myself am just trying to keep warm out here. But I was telling Maud earlier, like, it's supposed to gradually get warmer throughout the week, so at least there's that. And I mean, today is warmer than it was yesterday, that's for sure. But I'm just not here for it. Okay, hold on. I'm taking a look where I go next. Oh wait, I am supposed to go to the detention center. So, okay, so that means I missed something. Let me take a look at what we're supposed to do at the chief's office. So we talked to Gumshoe about everything. Examine the desk. Optional. Check evidence list in the court record. Oh, evidence list. Which one is that? Do I have that? Do I have the evidence list? Maybe, did I not find it? Maybe I'm supposed to find it there? Okay, wait, let me go back. But I did examine the desk. So... yeah, we examined the desk. Where do you get the evidence list? Oh, this desk. I thought I clicked on it. Okay. Maybe we'll get something from this one. Speaking of that, when we were here earlier, it's you, Chief Gant. Put that paper he was reading in his desk. Oh, okay, yeah. This should be this. Wonder what he was reading. This looks like a list of evidence. A list of evidence? In most cases, the list runs twice as long as this, though. Hey, look at the case name. Huh? SL9 incident. I wonder what this is doing here. Hold on, detective. What did you just say? I said, I wonder what... No, about evidence lists. They're normally twice as long? That's right. I guess there wasn't a lot of evidence. Half-size list of evidence. List of evidence. It seems too short. Most lists run twice as long. What would the other half of the list be doing here? I knew it. The chief must be hiding something about this case. It would appear so. Okay. Let's take a look at it. Well, was I any help? Of course. Thanks to your ID card, we were able to get some hard evidence. Now that's not very kind, is it? In other words, if it wasn't for his ID card, he would have been useless. Isn't that right, you in the coat? Chief Gant! We didn't think you'd be back so soon. Fortunately, I'm a man who believes in signs. As I was walking to my meeting, I happened to look out a window and saw a stray dog run right into a pole. Just then I thought of a certain detective. Do you mean me, sir? Now then, I'm afraid I'm going to have to ask you all to leave. Yes, sir. Sorry. Oh, you in the coat. Me, sir? Drop off your ID on the way out. You won't be needing it anymore. But, sir. Now get out. Yes, sir. Well, we'll be on our way too then. Wait, you, the one without the spiky hair. Don't go yet. Me, sir? I'd like a word with you. But sir, I'm not a licensed scientific investigator yet. You with the spiky hair, you're free to go. Mr. Wright. I don't really want to leave you alone with her. I'm scared. Look, pal, if I've told you once, I've told you 1,000 times. The chief's office is off limits. But no, you just had to go sneaking in there like that, didn't you? Listen, brother, you agreed to it. You knew it was a risk. I thought you said you didn't care anymore if you were fired. Yeah, but if I knew it'd be like this, I never would have said it. What, that if we got caught in there, you'd be fired? Now that I've seen the evidence Chief Gant was hiding in his office, I think I'm finally starting to get the picture. But why has she kept eerily silent about it all this time? Anyway, you listen to me? I'm gonna try to smooth things over with the chief again. Later, pal. Okay, well, at least he's still calling me pal, I guess. I guess we're still cool. After that, I heard from Emma. She said the police wanted to ask her some questions, so she'll be busy for the rest of the day. Okay. I see. So the chief asked Emma to come in for questioning. It's no use thinking about it. Tomorrow's the final day in court. I'm committed to doing everything I can to defend you, which is why I'm here. But I've already told you all I can. What you've told me over these past couple of days is absolutely nothing. Not a single useful thing. Really? I believe I did mention something quite important. Something I told you right at the beginning. I said that I was the one who stabbed Detective Goodman. You know, I think I've finally figured it out. I know who it is that's lurking behind your words. Mia did a good job mentoring you. I'm rather jealous. It seems Edgeworth was right. Edgeworth? Once you're convinced you know something, no one can persuade you otherwise. Thick-headed is the term he used, I believe. Now's my chance to get her to tell me the rest of the story. Okay, hold on, because it told me in the thing to examine the evidence list, so let's take a look at it. Oh. Why is there a picture on here? Picture is drawn on the back of the evidence list in magic marker. Got a very bad feeling about this. The fuck? It's so weird. What does that even mean? Okay, well, that's something. Okay, let's see what she has to say. Keeping quiet. Have to admit, I was more than a little perplexed at first. You insisted you did it, yet there was no incriminating evidence. That's when it hit me. It's not that you're unwilling to tell the truth. It's that you're incapable of doing so because of a certain individual. What an intriguing notion. A certain individual, you say? So you think I'm protecting this person? Protecting? No. I think afraid of is more like it. If I'm not mistaken, the person in question may have persuaded you to silence. For argument's sake, Mr. Wright, who may I ask is this person you're speaking of? The one I am supposedly so frightened of. What is this person's name? Gotta be this man. Oh. Well, Miss Sky? Oh. Mr. Wright, you are addressing the chief prosecutor. Do not forget your place. I take it she's still not ready to spill the beans. My apologies. Could you please tell me a bit more what you think you know? Damon Gant. We were partners until 2 years ago. I respected him as a detective. Assuming he is respectable, then tell me something. Why would he try to hide his crimes? His crimes? Both you and Edgeworth will be brought before a board of inquiry for what you did. Specifically, hiding and forging evidence. Of course, there are serious offenses. Why is it, though, that Chief Gant's name was never mentioned? Chief Gant? Edgeworth didn't know the truth behind the forgery. The only party who could have possibly tampered with the evidence was me. I had access because I was second in command of that investigation. Yes, you, but also one other, Damon Gant. If you intend to accuse Chief Gant, you'll need more than just words. Show me proof that Chief Gant falsified evidence in this case. Or in that case. Well, might just be that thing. Let's try that. I just found this in a safe in the chief's office. This jar piece. Oh, multiple things. Okay. This jar piece and this piece of cloth. Do you know what these are? They're pieces of evidence from the SL9 incident. The person concealing evidence was none other than Chief Gant himself. Now tell me, why are you taking all the blame for him? Touché, Mr. Wright. It's as you surmised. I cannot disobey the chief's orders, even if it means being found guilty of murder. Why not? Come now, Mr. Wright. You can't possibly expect me to be able to tell you that. 3 days ago, I had no choice but to cooperate in the murder of Detective Goodman. Or perhaps I should say follow orders. Yes, that's more accurate than cooperate. Orders. Although I can't tell you the details, I can say that I was given an order that day. I need you to dispose of Bruce Goodman's body. You'll find it inside the trunk of Miles Edgeworth's car. Just as I suspected. Despite what everyone believes, you were not the one who murdered Detective Goodman. Correct. I was trying to take the body out of Edgeworth's car. The trunk's lock was broken, and I discovered that murder weapon while inspecting the body. A murder weapon? You mean Edgeworth's knife? No. When I found the body, this was the knife stuck in it. The knife from the SL9 incident. Serial killer Joe Dark's knife. I couldn't just leave that knife in him, so I took it out and stabbed him with another knife. That would be Edgeworth's knife? Why do I keep saying knife? That's right. Even though he was already dead, my hands were shaking at the thought of stabbing him. That's why I ended up cutting my hand. And that is the reason for the bandage on your right hand? Yes. It seems that I got blood on the victim's shoes as well. And then she saw me just as I plunged the knife in. Why are you doing it with, like, such a backswing on it? Miss Starr, huh? Why did you need to hide Dark's knife so badly? It took a lot of work to finally close the Dark case 2 years ago. It was over with. I didn't ever want it to be opened again. My intent was to prevent that by whatever means possible. So you hid Dark's knife? The weapon used to stab the detective was evidence in the Joe Dark case. If word got out, which it would, the reporters would have a field day with it. So you wrapped the knife in your scarf and hid it in Edgeworth's exhaust pipe. Right. Then I called my sister to tell her what happened and to ask her to hide the knife that was inside my muffler. You asked Emma? I didn't want anyone on the force to know about this. That would explain why Emma is so confident about Lana's innocence. Speaking of phone calls, I had a bad feeling about one of them that day. A bad feeling? The truth is, after I received those orders from Chief Gant, the first thing I did was make a phone call. A phone call to patrolman Jake Marshall. To Marshall? Why on earth would you call him? The lead investigator for the SL9 incident had been murdered. I wanted that fact to be kept hidden, and I needed help. He was the only person I could trust. Or at least, I thought I could trust him at the time. However, it seems that after I spoke to him, he went off on an escapade of his own. Oh, you mean, not wanting the case to die, he decided to take things into his own hands. He disguised himself as Detective Goodman and tried to steal the evidence. He had already stolen the ID card, but it seems he still hadn't made up his mind to break into the evidence room. After my phone call, any remaining doubts he had must have disappeared. So your phone call caused the incident in the evidence room? I see. I'm afraid that's all I can tell you. But Lana, you've earned my respect, Mr. Wright, both as a defense attorney and an investigator. Now please, don't pursue this any further in court tomorrow. Tomorrow's trial. There's only one way to drive off Lana's demons. I've got to get to the bottom of everything. Detective Goodman's real murderer. And what went down in the chief's office 2 years ago. Whew! Heating up, baby! Alright. Let's do a little savey save. And let's get this trial started. I'm a little nervous. There's so many, like, twisting, like tangled threads here. This is the defendant lobby, all right, but there's no defendant. I've been trying to reach Lana all morning. Where could she be? Oh yeah, sorry, the Raris are coming out. And where's Emma, for that matter? It almost seems as if something's been happening behind the scenes. Hedgeworth, knowing you, you've already figured it out. Who the owner of the 7777777 ID number is, that is. Well, I have a pretty strong hunch. Looks like I'm not the only one who's figured it out. You know, the only reason this trial didn't reach a verdict yesterday is because there was still room for doubt regarding this ID record. If that number does belong to whom you suspect, then no doubt will remain. After all, he hasn't been officially charged with anything. True, not yet. In any event, once all doubt has been removed from that list, I can call for a ruling. 5 minutes, right? And Chief Prosecutor Skye will be found guilty. But she didn't do it. I figured you'd say as much. That's why I came here, to hear what you have to say. It's the first time he's ever done something like this. Lana's hiding something, and the only way we'll ever know the truth is to draw it out of her. The truth? Everything goes back to the SL9 incident. Don't be stupid. Today's the last day of the trial. We don't have time to reminisce about the past. That depends on you. If she's found guilty, you'll lose your only chance to find out what really happened. I'll think about it. See you in court, Wright? This is it. If I'm ever going to find out what Chief Gant has on her, it's now. Court is now in session for the trial of Miss Lana Skye. The defense is ready, Your Honor. The prosecution is ready, Your Honor. Normally, this is when the prosecution puts forth its opening statement. But before that, the police chief has a proposal to make. Chief Gant. Here we go. What's he got? Morning, folks. How's everyone doing? Hey, Edgy. Been back to the pool yet? No, I've been drowning enough as it is in my work. Oh, that's a good one. Don't think I can top that. If you don't mind me asking, Chief, exactly what is this proposal of yours? I hate the awkward pause. Lana, that is to say, the defendant, has asked me if she could speak directly to the court. She wants to do what? Having heard what she intends to say, I feel she should be granted her request. In the end, it should save everyone a lot of time and trouble. Uh-oh. What's this all about, defendant? I'd just like to make one simple request and I'll be finished. Well then, what's your request? Your Honor, I'd like you to put an immediate end to this trial. Huh? I confess to all charges against me. On February 21st of this year, I murdered Detective Bruce Goodman in the underground parking lot of the prosecutor's office. No, Lana.
Objection!
You can't. Your Honor, the defendant's claim does not change the defense's plea. In that case, Mr. Wright, I no longer require your services. But Lana... Your Honor, I hereby forfeit my right to an attorney. The prosecution may lack direct evidence against me, but it has sufficiently proven its case through testimony and circumstantial evidence. I would like you to render your verdict now, if you please. Well, the defendant certainly has the right to self-representation. Her request is legally valid, although this is an unprecedented situation. Indeed, it appears there's no further need to continue this trial, even if Mr. Wright may feel otherwise. This can't be happening. It appears the time for the verdict has arrived. This court finds the defendant...
Objection!
Oh? One moment, Your Honor. Come on, Edgeworth! Mr. Edgeworth? The prosecution has not yet proven the defendant guilty beyond reasonable doubt. Any ruling at this stage would certainly be premature. Come now, Worthy. I understand this is a difficult time for you, but why don't you just be a good little boy and keep your mouth shut, Damn. He said, nah. I don't think I care for your tone, Chief Gant. What? Creating another fabrication to cover up your past mistakes. Sorry, but I'm no longer the naive little boy you would have me be. Get him, Edgeworth! With this sudden confession from the defendant, it's obvious to me some kind of deal was struck behind the scenes. Some kind of deal, Not everyone operates as you do, Worthy. I thought so. Your Honor, the prosecution would like to change its first witness. Oh? To whom? As its first witness, the prosecution would like to call Miss Emma Skye. I request the court hears her testimony. Mr. Edgeworth, I am exercising my right to self-representation. I don't think we need to continue. I don't care what you think, Miss Skye. The exposure of truth sometimes results in tragedy. However, no matter how tragic the truth may be, it would be an even greater tragedy to avert one's eyes from it. Very well. The court shall grant the prosecution's request. That's okay with you, right, Chief Gant? Worthy, you'll live to regret this. He's just threatening him in front of the whole court, and nobody's going to comment on it. Mark my words. Miss Emma Skye, please take the stand. Looks like Edgeworth has decided to take the horse by the reins. Let's go, Edgeworth. Now then, witness, please state your name and occupation. My name is Emma Skye. My occupation? I'm Lana's little sister, and I want to be a scientific investigator. 2 years ago, you encountered the serial killer Joe Dark of Joe Dark Killings. Is this correct? Yes. I'm trying my hardest to forget about that, though. I'm sorry, but I'm afraid I'm going to have to ask you to recall those events one more time. Mr. Edgeworth, please remember this trial concerns the murder of Detective Goodman. In an incident that was resolved 2 years ago, or is an incident that was resolved 2 years ago really all that relevant? Yes, it most certainly is. Well, okay then. He sure gave in fast. See, he never does that with me, though. Now, please testify about what happened to you 2 years ago. The trip to yesteryear has finally begun. It's bound to lead to the truth behind this trial. All right. I was waiting in my sister's office that day. A man came running in and took me hostage. Neil Marshall rescued me, but I'll never forget what I saw in that instant. Oh yeah, this is like the drawing on the back of the evidence, isn't it? Or it looked like this. Hold up. Let's look. Yeah. What does that mean, though? The man raised up his knife and stabbed Mr. Marshall in the chest. It's a good thing you weren't harmed. I passed out. I don't remember much. That's understandable. However, please tell me, Mr. Edgeworth, what does this testimony have to do with Detective Goodman's murder? That will soon become apparent, Your Honor. You've got to admire him for his courage, considering he has no evidence. Very well. The defense may begin its cross-examination. Okay. Question everything. I was waiting in my sister's office that day. 2 years ago, the defendant was a detective at the police department, correct? Yes. She was second in command under the deputy chief of police Gant. My sister. She was the best detective ever. Yes, I remember. Deputy Chief Gant and Miss Skye used to be quite the pair. I believe they shared the same office. That's right. I'd always sit at my sister's desk and dream about playing that organ. I wanted to play it that day too. The police department and the prosecutor's office held a ceremony that day. Lana promised to take me to dinner after she finished her work. A man came running in and took me hostage. A man? Yes, Joe Dark. He was a serial killer. See, Joe Dark's eyes, like the way they're colored and stuff, and like kind of the rings or whatever, remind me of Gant, and it freaks me out. Joe Dark was brought in for questioning on the day of that ceremony. We were desperate to get anything on him that would lead to an arrest. When he saw his chance, he fled the room, right? Upon fleeing the room, Dark proceeded to take the elevator. He must have been in a panic because the elevator was going up. Then he ran into Skye and Gant's office. There was a lot of noise coming from outside, so I opened up the door to have a look. That's when I saw him. Neil Marshall rescued me. Oops. Go back. What was the prosecutor doing there? That day, there were two people present during Dark's questioning. Deputy Chief Damon Gant and Prosecutor Neil Marshall. Almost forgot about Gant. Neil Marshall had just received the King of Prosecutors Award. Young and dedicated, he went straight to the questioning room after the ceremony. I assume that would also be why he was the first to run after Dark. When Dark grabbed me, I thought I was as good as dead. That's when Prosecutor Marshall came running in. I don't clearly remember what happened then, but I'll never forget what I saw in that instant. Can you tell us about that? Mr. Marshall jumped on Dark. Just then, the lights went out. The lights? It was just about the time of year. It was just about this time of year. There was a terrible storm going on and lightning struck nearby. So the electricity went out? Wait a minute. If it was pitch dark in that room, you shouldn't have been able to see anything, right? Right, but just then lightning flashed again outside. And that sudden flash left an unforgettable image of the scene in my mind. I see. I told the detective about what I saw then. The detective? Yes, Detective Goodman. He was in charge of that case. Detective Bruce Goodman, the victim. I don't know why we wouldn't want to hear more. So you spoke with Detective Goodman about this 2 years ago. Yes, that's what's so scary about this trial. And you told Detective Goodman about what you saw? Yes, but at the time the words just wouldn't come out. That's why I drew a picture. Okay. A picture. Yes, I think she mentioned that before. Well, Mr. Wright, have you heard enough about the picture? This picture the witness drew, I believe it has a very important meaning.
Objection!
But the list of evidence I was given 2 years ago didn't contain a picture. Witness, would you mind if we added the statement to your testimony? Yes, Your Honor. I drew a picture of that scene, but it seems to have been lost. Do I just present it? Let's ask for more information. You drew a picture of the scene you witnessed, right? Yes. I wanted to do everything I could to help the investigation. I can still see it now whenever I close my eyes. That's strange. I took over the case after Prosecutor Marshall died, yet I never received any picture. Perhaps the witness is mistaken? But I did draw it, I swear. I'm not just imagining it. This picture that Emma drew, that reminds me. I guess I should check the evidence again. Okay. The scene that imprinted an image in your mind, can you please describe it to us? The man raised up his knife and stabbed Mr. Marshall in the chest. Okay, let's go back to here. And then we can present the evidence list.
Objection!
Mr. Edgeworth, this little girl put all her heart into drawing that picture. And yet you would insist on denying its existence? Huh? Hey, I'm not the bad guy. All I'm saying is that as the prosecutor for that case, I wasn't handed such a picture. That may well be. But that doesn't mean it doesn't exist. Behold. This is the evidence list for the SL9 incident. Half of it. Please turn it over, Your Honor. Turn it over? Turn it... Ah, what's this? Yes, what is that? Hey, that's it. That's the picture I drew. Indeed. Two men appear to be wrestling here.
Objection!
Oh, wrestling. What's the meaning of this? What are you doing? What are you doing with that list? Me? Only the prosecutor in charge should have access to that. Huh? These lists. They're different from each other. What? It would appear, Mr. Edgeworth, that the evidence list you were handed 2 years ago was incomplete. These two lists fit together to form one. You can see the marks here where they were torn apart from each other. So you see, Mr. Edgeworth, it's quite obvious what happened. 2 years ago, only half of the evidence in that case ever reached you. What? What? Order. Order. But Miss Skye, why did you draw your picture on the back of such an important list? Because that's what Detective Goodman handed me in the questioning room, Your Honor. Wait a minute. If this list was torn in half, then that means... Your Honor, are you all right, Mr. Wright? Your eyes are bulging from your head. If the evidence list was torn in half, then there might be more of the drawing on the back of Mr. Edgeworth's list. Oh, maybe. That's quite conceivable, Mr. Edgeworth. It's possible. Let's see. Oh, he's angry. Something wrong? Do you even have to ask? Like, literally? Sorry, Your Honor. There's indeed something drawn on the back of my list. It's that thing. Oh. Ah. The mascot. That's that thing. The thing that was dancing in the evidence room. Clearly this act of vandalism is the work of a certain chief of detectives. I guess he was out of scrap paper. All right. Evidence list was restored. Very well. Witness, will you please testify about this picture you drew 2 years ago? Huh? Oh, yes, sir, Your Honor. What's wrong with Emma? She seemed to be thinking about something when she was looking at the picture. Okay. This is the picture I drew 2 years ago. The flash of lightning was so bright, all I could see were shadows. After that, I must have fainted. This picture shows exactly what I saw in that instant. Oh, that's it? To think a flash of lightning could burn such an image in your mind. Thanks to that, though, she was able to show us exactly what she saw. Well, I don't see any contradictions here. This clearly shows Joe Dark about to murder prosecutor Neil Marshall. The defense may now begin its cross-examination. This is the picture I drew 2 years ago. Did you draw this picture right after the incident? I think I drew it 2 or 3 days later. At first I was in such a state of shock that I couldn't do anything. During that time, the investigation team was reorganized. Detective Goodman was placed in charge, under the direction of Damon Gant and Lana Skye. 2 or 3 days later, the memory should still have been fresh in her mind. Excuse me, witness. Can you please tell us why this picture is painted all black? The flash of lightning was so bright, all I could see were shadows. She didn't see, like, who's who in reality. So at the time you didn't even know it was Mr. Marshall who had come to your rescue? No, I couldn't see him clearly. The lightning was so bright, and I was knocked to the floor. You were knocked to the floor? Dark had a tight grip on me, but when Mr. Marshall jumped on him, I was knocked away. I turned around, and that's when the lightning flashed. I still can't get over that fuck-ass hair. Crazy. Poor Emma. I'm just glad she wasn't hurt. What happened after the lightning flashed? After that, I must have fainted. You mean you didn't see the actual murder take place? No, I'm sorry. The flash of lightning only drove off the darkness for a split second. Not only that, but the trauma of the situation understandably caused the witness to faint. Do you really need to torture this girl any further? Sorry, yeah, my bad. I shouldn't have pressed about that. Anyway, this picture. This picture shows exactly what I saw in that instant. Sorry for asking so many times, but are you sure you drew exactly what you saw? Of course, this is the exact scene. It wasn't influenced in any way from your talks with the detectives? Are you insinuating we somehow manipulated her memory, Mr. Wright? No, of course not. No, we're talking coercion. I'd better watch out or he might find some way to cut my salary. I drew this picture before I heard anything from the detectives, so I don't think anyone's story would have influenced me. Mr. Wright, is there something that's bothering you about this picture? Huh? Oh, well, that's strange. She claims this is exactly the scene that was imprinted in her mind, and yet there's clearly a contradiction here. Let me take a look. And yet the hair isn't pointy as fuck. Nah, for real. The only thing that's really like of note to me is that this doesn't look like a knife. It looks, you know, maybe like the chipped knife, but like otherwise, but I guess that's possible. That's really the only thing that like sticks out on this thing for me. Let me look at it again. Now I got this fucking fuck-ass mascot thing there in my way. I feel like that's really the only notable thing. I mean, we can't really point anything out about the features. Let's look at this, maybe. I don't think that. Oh, stabbed in the back. But the picture's like stabbing him in the chest. Okay. Okay. Let's see what she says again. So this is the picture I drew 2 years ago. The flash of lightning was so bright, all I could see were shadows. After that, I must have fainted. This picture shows exactly what I saw in that instant. Okay, so probably against this. And then we should do the autopsy, I think. I hate to be the bearer of bad news, but this picture the witness drew contains a blatant contradiction. What? But I still remember it just like it was yesterday. Mr. Wright, perhaps it would be faster if you simply pointed out this contradiction for us. What part of this picture contradicts the autopsy report? I mean, it's either gotta be the position of the victim or just the fact that, like, the knife is being at this position. Let's try the knife, I guess. I'm a little scared. The contradiction, of course, lies here. Take a look at the knife the man is holding. Okay, I think this is right. Oh. Well, that's not really the part I was trying to actually point out right now, but okay. If you look closely, you can... I mean, that too, but if you look closely, you can see its tip is broken. Even I don't have to look closely to see that, Mr. Wright. But Mr. Wright, look at the evidence. See the murder weapon? The tip is broken too. Okay, maybe this is wrong. If I recall, the tip of the knife was found broken off in the victim's body. It was the conclusive piece of evidence that proved Joe Dark was the murderer. I'm afraid it's not so simple, Emma. Okay, never mind. Maybe I was right. I don't know. It got me nervous. I can't tell if I picked the right or wrong answer. And where, pray tell, could you possibly see a problem? It's obvious, really. The victim suffered a single stab wound to the back. If the victim was only stabbed once, then the murder weapon should not yet be broken. Well, that too, but also stabbed in the back. Perhaps the knife was broken beforehand. Oh my god. Sorry, but I'm afraid that's not possible. The tip of the knife was found inside the victim's body. I love it when we go back and forth objecting. It's so fun. If it was broken beforehand, it couldn't possibly wind up there. That's right. But what does this mean? The tip of the knife was undeniably discovered within the victim's body. The only possible explanation is the witness's memory is mistaken. That's why I asked her so many times if she was sure she remembered correctly. I believe you were annoyed at the time. But she was sure she remembered correctly. But there's no other way to explain this inconsistency. Not so fast, Mr. Edgeworth. There is another explanation. Have you forgotten already? About a little something called falsified evidence? You're treading on thin ice, Wright. All I'm saying is that this broken knife tip might be the piece of evidence that was forged. You can't deny the possibility. No. Oh. He's freaking out. Order. Are you saying the investigation really was corrupted? Your Honor, please allow me to once again go over the events that took place the day of the murder. The police department and the prosecutor's office were holding a ceremony that day. After receiving the King of the Prosecutors Award at the ceremony, Neil Marshall questioned Joe Joe Dark along with Damon Gant. During the questioning, Joe Dark fled the room. Prosecutor Marshall chased after him and was killed by Dark. It is my belief that somewhere in this story there is a lie. I'm not lying. Someone's bumping around somewhere. I felt my floor vibrate. Okay. Maybe it's my next door neighbor. Damn. Don't trip over there, brother. The man really was holding up a broken knife. That's like a... And I'm the upstairs neighbor. They're engaging in upstairs neighbor activities. I know. What did they invite me for? Hi, Buck. How's it going? That's crazy. I'm like, are you okay? I feel like someone had to just like trip or something. I don't know. Anyways, okay. Well, hopefully they're all right. How's it going? Complicated. I just spent 2 hours fixing my dryer's lint piping. That sounds complicated for sure. Did you fix it? Like, is it done? Hopefully it's done. I really hope so for you. The pipe behind the dryer that pumps out the hot air and fuzz and such. I see. Well, I hope you were able to fix it. So sorry you had to do that though. That sounds like a pain in the ass. If that's true, then there's no other way around it. This could not have been the actual murder weapon. There must have been another broken knife. What are the chances of there being 2 broken knives? Another broken knife besides Joe Dark's. Could there have been one? Is there something else that could have been used as a stabby stab instead? Didn't this used to have a stabby stab in it? What's the halberd? That's like a spear, right? And this was just after the ceremony where they would have had this thing. And the year after, they get rid of the halberd. So I think she's mistaken. And I think that was used. That's my guess. Bright side, I have kitties that are cuddly. Well, I'm glad to hear that my kitties are all curled up on the bed. Hold on, let me see if I can get a picture of them. I just know Iris is gonna move. She always does. She looks like she's knocked out, but she will perk up. I think I'm gonna get it. Okay, hold on. They're both like separate, but curled up in the same way. It's really cute. Oh my goodness. Okay, yes, I got it. Let's go. Okay, I'm gonna send this in my Discord real quick. Hold on. But I'm glad you've got cuddly kitties after all that. Halberds are generally the axe on one side, pointer side on the other side. Oh, and a poker at the top. Oh. Did you might have? That's kind of ringing a bell, but I might be wrong. I might be wrong, but I think you did, or at least some picture or video recently, I think, of her playing outside. Okay. Here's a picture of the kitties right now. They got the Stardew drop between them. They're so cute. Hope you guys enjoy that one. I'll have to double check because kitty playing in snow is adorable and you require that in your life. I do. If you haven't sent it, please do. But I don't, that's kind of ringing a bell. I think maybe. But right, aren't they cute? They've got like a respectable distance between them, but they're laying the same way, like facing the same way. One kitty tells a lie and the other kitty nothing but the truth. What? Lies? I love your two girls. They're so adorable catballing. I know, they are so cute. It's funny because usually they're more like cuddled up, so it's kind of cracking me up that they're like, they've got this respectable distance between them, but laying the same way. They're so cute. I think they have been loving the bed. I mean, they almost always lay on the bed when I stream, but they have been especially loving it ever since I've switched to this duvet cover, my winter duvet cover, because it's just so fuzzy and warm. They love it. But anyways, so that's them right now. They're looking really cute. Izzy is very much a loaf cat and Kiara is a ball or pretzel. That's so cute. Your fuzzy bed cover looks so cute and comfy. I know, right? I love it. I love it. And the cat bed I got that Pavin gifted me, it's like the same fluffy material, like furry fluffy kind of material, and the same kind of like rainbow tie-dye kind of effect. So yeah, it's like, so they look like they match, like they literally look like they're like a set, but they're not. So I remember I got that bed, like I received that bed before I got this bedding. And then once I like got this bedding and put it on, I feel like they were like, ooh, it's like a super big version of our cat bed. And they were just obsessed from the beginning, but I love that thing. And on the inside, like, it's like, I don't really know. It's like it's a really soft, also not fur, not like the fur fluff stuff, but I don't know, but it's a really soft and also warm kind of material. I don't know what to compare it to, but it's like that bedding is so warm. It is so nice. I love it. I love pulling it out in the winter. Speaking of laying in a bed, Izzy has realized she's very much a box cat. Oh, I love that. And she's now realized that if I leave an empty Sprite box somewhere, that is an acceptable bed for her. That's so cute. I love that. I have a box in the living room right now that they've been playing with. Fifi just likes to chew on the cardboard though. She likes to tear little pieces off of it. It's like, yeah, kind of like that. Yes. Kind of like that. But it's like, it's really like short kind of fibers. It's not like really long. Like it's not like Sherpa. It's not like that. It's really like short and kind of fine, but it's still kind of fuzzy in a way. I don't know. It's kind of similar, but even like shorter than, okay, so you know those blankets, like the kind of classic fuzzy, like super soft, smooth blankets? What is that material? you know what I'm talking about? I'm not good with materials. Not like microfiber. No. Hold on. I'm gonna look up, like, what do you call that? Not Sherpa, that's the inside part. What's the outside part called? I know there's a word for that material. Like, that you would find on, like, a throw blanket, you know? Because Sherpa's the, like, really fluffy stuff, isn't it? Like, the white, fluffy kind of... But what's the other side? I see pictures of the Sherpa side, and then the other side is, like, a different material. They're like really plush and smooth. Throw blanket materials. What the fuck is that called? Or maybe it is microfiber. For some reason I'm thinking it's called something else though. For some reason microfiber doesn't sound right to me. What is chenille? There's that, but that doesn't sound right either. No, not that. I don't know. I guess it is microfiber. But anyway, kind of like a microfiber blanket, I guess. But like really, really fine. That's what it's like on the inside of the duvet cover. It's so warm and so soft. I guess it is microfiber. I just feel like I've heard it called something else. I'll have to ask my friend. I'll have to ask Tay. Maybe she knows what I'm trying to think of. But I think it's microfiber. Anyways, it's like the best though. It's so freaking warm. Okay, I'm gonna say Emma's mistaken. There's no way there was another one. Well, Mr. Wright? Your Honor, I believe the witness must be mistaken. I knew it. You really don't believe me. No, it's not that. That flash of lightning burned an unforgettable image in her mind. One that's been torturing her ever since. There's no way Emma could be mistaken. Oh, okay. If the witness is adamant about the accuracy of what she saw, it can't just be explained away by a simple observational error. Mr. Wright. In that instant, Emma really did see a broken knife. Well, was it like pulled off the statue or what? Because I don't think it was. I think it had to be from that. I assume then that you have some information about this other broken knife. If so, please feel free to enlighten us. The murder weapon was already broken prior to the murder. There's only one way. Take a look at this. Here's the real murder weapon. It's gotta be that, right? Unless it's the broken piece from this, because this does have blood traces on it. But I don't think so. Oh, I don't know. It's got to be one or the other, I think. Can I look at this closer? Oh. See, yeah, it pictures it here. It's gotta be that, not the vase. I guess maybe if I'm thinking it's that, I would choose this over this one because this is the one, this is Edgeworth's, not the version that has that piece on it. Fuck it, let's try it. The answer lies in the past. 2 years in the past. Right here inside this picture. This is a picture of the award ceremony. What is it, Mr. Edgeworth? It's the broken murder weapon. Notice the award Prosecutor Marshall is holding. I get that, but like, assuming there's no way to like take that off of the statue, how did she not notice the whole rest of it? You know what I mean? So I still feel like that applies as she's mistaken, you know? But whatever, I digress. That's a broken knife. As we earlier concluded, the knife in the drawing was not Joe Dark's knife. That being the case, the knife the witness saw was in all likelihood from this award. Maybe it was able to be taken off? Order, order, order! Neil Marshall was awarded King of Prosecutors that day. As an award, he was given this broken shield and knife. When he chased after Joe Dark, he pulled out this knife. Being a prosecutor, he did not carry a pistol. This broken knife was the only weapon he had in this dangerous situation. But that can't be. Oh, and why not, Mr. Edgeworth? Because if the King of Prosecutors award knife was the murder weapon, then the murderer and the victim would be reversed. What do you mean? I mean, this man raising a knife would have been Prosecutor Neil Marshall. Oh. Oh! I mean, maybe he just got it out of his hands? But the prosecutor was the one who actually died. That's true. What's going on here? It seems Mr. Wright has been a bit too eager to jump to conclusions. Oh. Wait, I remember now. I remember everything. Witness? Mr. Edgeworth. What is it? Could you show me your evidence list again, please? His list? The one with that picture scribbled on the back? I knew it. This picture. I'm the one who drew it. What? You drew that? That's right. The list wasn't torn in half at the time I drew this picture. All this time I've been trying so hard to forget. I must have locked this part away deep inside me. Perhaps it would be best if we added this to the witness's testimony. Would you please tell us what you've recalled, Miss Skye? Yes, Your Honor. First the knife mix-up, and now the blue badger? This should be interesting. Emma's recollection. When I saw that man raise his knife, I panicked and rushed toward both of them. I think I knocked away the man with the knife. Just then there was another flash of lightning, and that's when I saw the blue badger. He wasn't in the room, but I'm sure I saw his shadow. Oh, okay. This is certainly most unusual. Try impossible. The chief of detectives hadn't even designed him until this year. That would mean he didn't even exist 2 years ago. Yes, well, the defense may now... Oh. Stop. Please, don't pursue this any further. Oh. Lana. What's the meaning of this? Please remain seated in the defendant's chair. But you can't do this. I've already confessed to the crime. Why can't you just leave it at that? Chief Prosecutor Skye. We've already come this far. It's too late to turn back. Silence. The defense will now begin its cross-examination. Bailiff, please detain the defendant. It seems we're finally getting to the core of the matter. Okay, let's see. When I saw that man raise his knife...
Hold it!
When you say that man, I assume you refer to Joe Dark? Yes, at least I think it was him. You think? All I could really see were shadows. The power outage that immediately preceded the incident is also documented in the prosecutor's office reports. So then you... I panicked and rushed toward both of them.
Hold it!
Why would you do something so dangerous? What else could I have done? He was about to stab Mr. Marshall. She seems convinced that Dark was the one holding the knife. But as we've just theorized, Mr. Marshall was the one holding the knife. Well, I didn't know that at the time. When that Dark guy knocked me down, all I could think was, I've got to help the other person. I think I knocked away the man with the knife.
Hold it!
What do you mean you think? It all happened so fast, and I was in shock. I don't remember everything clearly. What I did, it's all kind of a blur. Miss Sky was almost killed before she was witness to a murder about to take place. With so much happening in a matter of seconds, a little disorientation is natural. I saw the man about to stab the other person, who I thought was Mr. Marshall. I knew I had to stop the man with the knife. What you did was very brave, young girl. So then what happened next? Just then there was another flash of lightning, and that's when I saw it. The blue badger. Are you sure about this? Of course. See? I even drew a picture of him here. I just feel like it's gotta be similar to something else. But it was the chief of detectives who thought up this hideous beast. That was just this year. The blue badger didn't exist 2 years ago. This is all quite verifiable. I know it sounds strange. I was surprised too when I saw him at the police department. I had this nagging feeling that I'd seen him before somewhere. Now I finally remember. Oh, brother. Just when you thought that thing had caused enough commotion. Tell us, where in the room did you see him dancing? He wasn't in the room, but I'm sure I saw his shadow. I just want to make sure. I wonder if it has to do with the vase, because the vase has at least 2 ends of it with the little circle. You know what I mean? I don't know what the top point was. But you know, maybe like something along those lines. I think it's gotta be something like that, especially with like the shadows at play. So like part of it was the vase. I'm not sure what the top little point on it was, but I guess we'll figure that out. He wasn't in the room, but I'm sure I saw his shadow. His shadow? So you mean you didn't actually see his face with its winning smile and all? That's right, but I still remember it. He had 3 creepy horns. This is pointless. The thing couldn't have possibly existed 2 years ago. The witness must be mistaken.
Objection!
That may well be. But what's important is what caused her to think she saw what she did. Oh, and I suppose you have an explanation? If so, then by all means, please tell us what this shadow really was. What was it Emma saw when that lightning flashed? I think I might know. The blue badger hadn't even been dreamt up when Emma drew this picture, yet she's certain she saw its shadow. Ladies and gentlemen, it is the defense's belief that on the fateful day 2 years ago, there indeed was something that looked similar to the blue badger. Something that is now sitting in this very room. Mr. Wright. In this room? Very well, Mr. Wright. What is it that the witness saw in that instant? Please show us this mysterious blue badger look-alike. Okay, I'm gonna just, I guess it would just be the actual vase. Again, I'm still not sure about the top part, but let's just go with it. The mysterious blue badger was in fact this. But that's... what exactly is that? Oh, yeah, maybe... Oh, sure. Maybe it was upside down because the base is kind of almost circular, or like spherical, kind of. I believe it's some sort of jar. But Mr. Wright, that doesn't look anything like the blue badger. Indeed, it doesn't. As it stands now, it's just a plain jar. However, what if we were to change our viewpoint? Our viewpoint? I've got to show them the correct angle to look at this from. Okay, probably upside down. HNBM? Why are those the rotate controls? Bro, what the fuck? Why? Bruh. Oh. Is it just like that? I can turn it left and right as well. I don't know why it's kind of angled sideways, but you think just like that? I think probably this way, because for it to be positioned like that as well, then it makes sense that blood spatter got on it. You know what I mean? I guess let's try that. I don't know why it's kind of angled, but... Okay. Not like that. Okay, let's try again. Is it supposed to, like, be really exact? Great. I really appreciate saying maybe rotate it more vertically or horizontally. Really covering all the bases there, thank you. Maybe tilt it more back? Okay, let's see. Oh yeah, because this would give us the face shape, right? Probably like that, right? That looks pretty good, right? And then we have the rounded face. Maybe about like that? And the handle parts are filled in. Let's try that.
Take that.
Really? That's not good enough either? Okay. I think we're close. That seemed a lot closer, I feel like. I don't know how exact it... wants it to be, you know? Let me try it from this side as well. Oh gosh, it's getting like sideways. It's getting all like sideways tilted. Why would they make it like, why would they make the controls like this? Bruh. It's hard to get it back up right. It's me, I'm tilted, not for real. No, there's not a reset button, unfortunately. Is it just that? I just thought it would want more of the top part to give that kind of triangular shape, you know? I know, literally. What is with H, B, N, and M? I feel like this is exactly how we had it last time, though. I feel like that's what we just did. You know? Well, it's definitely not from this side. It's definitely from facing this way. My guess is they wanted it on the center of the keyboard. So fucking weird. Yeah, bloody side up is definitely right. Yeah, that's pretty true. It is pretty much. I'm just not sure about what wasn't good enough last time. I feel like that was pretty dead on, you know? I'm not sure which way to change it. Maybe like that? Or is that what we did last time? Maybe like that? I don't even remember how exactly we did it last time. Also, hi, Joe. I hope you're having a good day. Maybe that? Is that what we did last time? Is that too tilted back, you think? I guess it doesn't matter. We don't get penalized. We don't get penalized, at least, for getting it wrong, but... I think that's pretty much it. The face might be a little bit too round, though, but I'm trying to get the curve on the side ones a bit more. And you gotta tilt it back more to do that.
Take that!
What is not right? Maybe less tilted back? Maybe less tilted? Maybe more like that? See, but you can see the kind of holes on the inside.
Take that! Objection!
Bruh, I'm about to look up a picture of how this is supposed to be positioned. Because I feel like that's pretty much it, is it not? Maybe we've got the totally wrong angle somehow. I don't know how, but maybe. But none of the other ones really seem to fit. Because this is what we've been doing, right? Does it want it even more back? I know! How perfect does it need to be? That's what I'm thinking, but I swear we've done this configuration already. This to me seems like too far up. Also, how the fuck was she seeing it from this angle? What if it's got to be the other way in the front? You mean like this way? It doesn't work from that way. No, I think it has to be from with the blood this way. And if it's with the blood this way, it has to be like this somehow. I'm just like, how tilted back does it want it? We've already done it like this. Maybe let me try it like this. Wait, why did that? Oh, rotate right and left. Oh, I didn't mean to click that. I mean, that was not my entry. Good thing I don't get penalized for this. What are with these okay, so I have Q and R to do with this. Oh, that's help a little bit. Oh, okay. We have a new directions unlocked. I didn't notice that. Now I don't have to worry about it getting tilted wrong as much. I really feel like we already had it though. Like, I still feel like we're at the same result. You think like this? Or no? I feel like this. But I feel like this is what we've done. You know? It's okay. It is hard. Oh, like this? Did you mean that way? Like this way? This one? I feel like this is what we've had. Maybe more down. To the center. Oh, you mean like the opening that's at the bottom right now, right? The kind of like white border part. Yeah. Well, it can't be sticking out. It needs to be flat. I feel like this is pretty much it, but I feel like this is basically what we've done already. My concern is that I'm gonna call them the ears on either side. I know they're not ears, but you know what I mean. Not the middle one, but the side ones. it doesn't have that same curve on the undersides, you know? I'm worried that's part of our problem, but I don't know how to angle it to make it have the same curve. Do you know what I mean? I'm worried that maybe that's part of our problem. The gold that appears on the bottom. You mean like the space in between, like where it's kind of a handle? Keep tilting. Like this? Or, oh, the gold bit on the, oh, I see it. Use that part right there, right? That, I think that's as good as I can get it. Without it showing. It's pretty sensitive. It moves in kind of big chunks. Okay. Let's try this. Bruh. What is this supposed to be? Bruh. Okay, hold on. I'm looking at this guide because I don't know. Yeah. Okay, let's see. Present unstable jar on the statement that starts with just then. We did that. Rotate the jar so it looks like this. Okay, they attached a picture. So they said, they put a picture, they said, I tried to describe it with words, but language cannot convey the greatness of the badger. Okay, well, what they did looks really close. I'm trying to figure out like a good identifying part. There's a bit, so that big like lip on the bottom, there's a pretty good gap.
Objection!
Hold on, let me just do it. I feel like we basically did that picture. Okay. So, let's turn it around this way. And then what are my Q and R? Okay. So like, they had a bit of a border at the bottom, like under the lip part, like of the gray. I think they also had it just as far as it needed to be with the gold not showing. Let me look again at what the blood spatter looks like on theirs. Okay, I think there's this tilted up or back a little more because you see that? Can you see my mouse? You see this little dot of blood spatter there? The topmost like little dot? I can see that in their picture. I can see that, and I can see this little like hook kind of detail. I think maybe this. This to me looks the same as what they've got going on. I don't know how that's any different from what we did earlier. I feel like this is exactly what we did earlier. Maybe the little dot of blood spatter is the difference. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you, whoever made this guide. Thank you. I feel like we pretty much did that, but whatever. That's okay. At least we've got it now. All right. Well, is this a miracle or what? No one can possibly deny this jar's resemblance to the blue badger. Okay, but why was she seeing it from that angle? Like, how did she even see it from that angle? Where was she? You know? Isn't that like the... Okay, hold on. Isn't that... Okay, because like in the picture of it, right? In the picture of it, this is the top part of it. This is the opening. So she was seeing it from that angle. How is she seeing it from that angle? I'm serious. I need an explanation for why she saw it from that angle. They better acknowledge that. I activated SIRI. Okay. The defense has proven its claim. The mysterious blue badger witnessed on the day of the crime was actually this. Although we all enjoyed Mr. Wright's dramatic performance, one question remains. What's your point? What do you mean? So that badger thing was actually just a jar. That doesn't change anything. I'm afraid that's where you're wrong, Mr. Edgeworth. You see, this changes everything. Indeed? Very well then. Please tell us. What's different now that we know the witness saw this jar? The location, the murder weapon, the murder. I don't even remember what the point we were making was before we started trying to position this jar. It took us so long. Okay, let me think about this for a second. Not the location, because the jar was in the office. The murder weapon or the murderer. I don't know for certain, but I think maybe the murderer, not necessarily because of the jar, but just because I'm already thinking that myself. Allow me to take these in turn. At the moment of the murder, the witness saw this jar. At a very specific angle, might I add, Mr. Wright? Yes, well, knowing this, where could she have seen this jar? Where? The location of the jar is shown in a picture taken on the day of the crime. It's on a shelf in the office of Damon Gant. But the body was found lying near Lana Sky's desk. The witness testified so herself. Yes, and it is these two facts that reveal what actually transpired. You see, the struggle between Dark and Marshall did not take place in Lana Sky's office. Oh, so I guess I was wrong? It happened on the other side of the room. Or, oh, okay, no. Same room, just other side, okay. In Chief Gant's office. Are you implying the murderer moved the victim's body? From Damon Gant's office to Lana Sky's office? Yes. Why would he do that? There's no reason. Exactly. If there wasn't a reason, he wouldn't have gone through the trouble. The only logical conclusion is that there was a reason. Do you know what that reason was, Mr. Wright? Finally figured it out. So this is why Lana tried to stop the trial. It's too late to quit now, though. I feel like my theory, especially with those prints, is that actually, Emma did something, maybe in self-defense, presumably in self-defense. Either that or where's Gant? Please recall the witness's testimony. She said she knocked away the man who was holding up the knife. In the next instant, the jar was hit and flew through the air. Now tell me, what could have sent the jar flying? That would have had to been the impact the man made when he knocked into the wall. Ladies and gentlemen, if I may draw your attention to this picture once more. If the man was knocked in the direction of the shelf the jar was sitting on, what would he have hit? Oh, the suit of armor. Holding a very sharp and dangerous looking sword. Yes. since the man who was knocked into the armor was carrying a broken knife, he would have had to have been Neil Marshall, wielding the King of Prosecutors trophy. No, Mr. Wright, you can't be thinking. Yes, there's another possibility of what actually transpired in that room. Another possibility? Of course the perpetrator would have had no idea, but nevertheless, I don't know if I can go through with this. Mr. Wright, what's the matter? If events took place as the defense theorizes, then the outcome is obvious. In that moment, assuming the man Emma Skye knocked away was actually prosecutor Neil Marshall. Yeesh. Not great. You mean Mr. Marshall died because of me? Okay, so she didn't know it. And I guess she passed out before she could figure out what was going on. Oh, there she goes. There she goes. I never imagined her testimony would lead to this. So it was the witness who took the victim's life, and then proved so with her own testimony. This is unprecedented. I mean, it was an accident, though. What are you saying? I'm sorry, Miss Skye, but given the circumstances, Joe Dark murdered Prosecutor Marshall. How can you think it was Emma? How dare you try to pin the crime on her? Imagine that coming from you. If you recall, it was you who admitted to forging evidence 2 years ago. The reason you moved Prosecutor Marshall's body was to keep anyone else from finding out about what Emma did, wasn't it? I assure you, Mr. Edgeworth, I have no idea what you're talking about. If you hope to have anyone believe your insane allegations, I'm afraid you're going to have proof. Tell me, do you have any conclusive evidence that proves my sister killed Neil Marshall? Evidence? I'm willing to bet you don't. Yes, it certainly would be difficult to prove with this with evidence. If we don't have evidence, then we'll have to rely on testimony. I'm afraid that won't work in this case. Both parties involved in the incident are dead. We certainly can't get dead people to testify. This has all been a wild goose chase from the beginning. Touché, Miss Skye. Of course, that only leaves us with one possibility. You mean there's still another possibility? What do you mean, Mr. Edgeworth? I mean the possibility that the victim has left us a message. For better or for worse, Mr. Marshall did not die instantly. He may have left behind the name of the person who took his life, in one manner or another. That's impossible. Well, Mr. Wright, this is the only possibility left to you. A message from the deceased. Does such a message exist? I've got to think back to the court record. The real murderer's name that the victim may have left behind. Well, I feel like it has to be. We have to have something. This message from the deceased is already in our possession. Mr. Wright, will you stop at nothing to prove my sister a murderer? It was an accident, though. It's not really a murder. Do not be mistaken, Miss Skye. Our purpose is not to accuse Emma of any crime. There's only one thing we seek, the truth. No matter how painful it may be. Now then, Mr. Wright, please show us the piece of evidence that conveys a message from the deceased. Is it just the fingerprints? Is this like his clothes? That's my best guess. It's not her name, but I mean, it's her, you know? Let me glance over things just in case, though. Yeah, I think it's gotta be the fingerprints, right? Let's try it.
Take that!
This is the message from the deceased. Right. Now then, this is the message from the judge. Oh, no, okay, not that. Okay, so it is something written. Well, we have this, but this is from a different case. So I don't think it's that. You know? This is from Goodman's death, not the other one, but that's the only, like... It can't be that. That's Goodman's. There's no fucking way. It's like in this, right? Like maybe. Okay, but I thought he broke it. How did he write what? I thought he broke it, so how did he write a message on it? I'm so confused. Let's try this, I guess. There's no fucking way. What are you talking about? This is the message left by the deceased. Is that the blue badger from, or that, this is that blue badger from before, right? Oh, is he going to just speak the killer's name? Also, why, like, this just doesn't really make sense to me. Like, why would he, it's not like she killed him on purpose, at least from what we know so far. So, like, why would he go and write her name down? You know what I mean? I feel like you would only do that if someone's, like, you know, like a cold-blooded killer and you're trying to, like, get them caught. Not when you're killed by accident by someone. Do you know what I mean? Like, I don't know. This just seems weird to me. If that thing could, I'm sure it would. Looks like everyone's forgotten this is just a jar. A message was left here on the surface of this jar. What do you mean? If you look closely, you can see a faint trail of blood on this jar. Looks like someone wiped the blood away. Yes, but notice. For some reason, the blood on some of the fragments was not wiped away. And that's the piece he kept. That Gant kept. Yes, there's a line here, drawn in blood. So what you're saying is these dots were once lines. Prosecutor Marshall did not die instantly. He used the few precious moments left to him to leave behind a message. I just don't really get why he would do that, like, in this situation. You know? One that someone apparently wiped away. The blood must have seeped into the jar where the lines changed directions. Precisely so. All we need to do is connect these points, and the victim's message will become apparent. No. Mr. Wright, what kind of message does the victim leave for us? Your Honor, I believe these bloodstains will reveal to us the answer. We've got to connect these dots to make letters. There's only one thing the victim would have written, given the circumstances. His murderer's name. How do I... Oh. Ah. Yeah, I just don't really get thematically why he'd do this, but I guess we'll go with it. Is this one fine? Yeah, it doesn't let me grab there, so I guess that part's fine. It's a defense attorney's duty to prove their client's innocence. So wait, so when did it get shattered? What, he died and dropped it and then it shattered, or what? That's why all I've been thinking about is saving Lana. After all my efforts, I never thought it would turn out like this. Emma. I just feel like for him to do that indicates that he thought that she did it on purpose, or like in cold blood, you know? So this is the final message Prosecutor Marshall left behind. Of all people, she may not have meant it, but in the end, the one who took the victim's life was Emma Skye. I don't know. If it was an accident, I feel like that's a weird thing to do. Seaworthy, can't say I didn't warn you. Chief Gant, do you understand the implications of what you've done? What? What are you talking about? 2 years ago, Joe Dark was sentenced to death. He was convicted because of his final murder. I believe you were the prosecutor in the case, were you not? Yes, Worthy. Because of you, an innocent man was sentenced to death. He wasn't innocent. He was still a murderer. Not only that, but you used forged evidence to ensure his conviction. Well, he didn't know that it was forged evidence. I feel like you can't, like, really pin any of that on Edgeworth. But Joe Dark really was a serial murderer. That's undeniable. I'm afraid that's not important. I'm afraid it's terribly important. Just because you say that doesn't make it true. Didn't you know we aren't defenders of justice? What? We're merely keepers of the law. Sentencing a man to death is no light matter. Even if there wasn't any cover-up or evidence forgery, ultimately the responsibility falls on the prosecutor in charge. Despite what anyone may say, this fact cannot be denied. Well, I'm denying it. It's me. I'm denying it. They might have sent oh, okay. How can he just stand there like it was his fault? Order, order, order! It's an outrage! The gavel's pounding fell on deaf ears. Unable to settle the crowd, the judge declared a recess. Where this trial is headed, no one knows. Whew! Okay, well, I feel like this is a perfect break for us, and who knows, we might just be able to finish this game tomorrow. We might, right? It's the last investigation day, right? I think so. We just might. I was expecting it to take us a lot longer, but we just might. Okay. Okay, I'm gonna go to the title screen. And we are going to wrap up here today, you guys, but fuck, that was crazy. I mean, I feel like in a way we were kind of right about, well, we were right about Lana, you know, claiming to be guilty to protect her sister. That did end up being true, but the way things played out was definitely, or so far is definitely different than I expected. I still think the vase thing is kind of dumb. I'm not gonna lie. I think that's kind of stupid. Unless, like, there's a plot twist that's like, no, she did it on purpose in cold blood. I don't know, man. I just feel like if I got accidentally pushed by a child into a blade, you know, I wouldn't go out of my way to grab a... If I was gonna write a message, I don't think I would write the name of the person who accidentally killed me. Maybe that's just me. I don't know. I just think that's kind of silly. I definitely get it when it feels like someone's murdered you in cold blood, you know, or like trying to kill you in cold blood. Like, yeah, get their name down so that justice can be served. But like, it was an accident. She didn't mean to kill him, you know? So I don't know, it just seems kind of weird to me. I just think that's kind of dumb, but maybe there will be more to it that we'll discover tomorrow that will make it make a little bit more sense. Also, you guys, the girls rotated. they're two little balls now facing the other way. I'm gonna try to get a picture. Hold on. Why did they change direction? Oh my goodness. They're so cute. Okay, hold on. I want to send this in the Discord. What is going on? They flipped. They're so cute. Okay, there's your second kitty picture for the night. Oh my goodness. That is so funny. Why did they switch direction? Wait, post, go. Did it go? I can't tell if it sent all the way. Did it send? I think it did. We were wrong, or we were right until we were wrong, then proven right. Yep, exactly. Yeah, they completely rotated. It's so cute. Oh my goodness, I love them. They are really just cuddled up, snuggly wuggly over there. I can't wait to join them. So anyways, whew, that was crazy though. This is definitely going to turn out to be a bombastic ending, I feel like. And hopefully we can get a happy ending for Lana and Emma here, because it seems to me like Emma was just accidentally killed someone, and Lana's just out here trying to protect her sister. I mean, she did do some bad stuff for sure, but she was also, it seems like, being like blackmailed with the truth of what happened with her sister. So like, she was just trying to protect her. Doesn't make it right, but at least like again, neither of them are like cold-blooded killers, so yeah, I don't know, we'll see what happens, but I don't know, I think we might finish out this trial tomorrow. I think the possibility is there, because just like looking at the guide, like all the answers are like blocked out, so I'm not spoiling them. But just like I can see like the length of the portions, and there's basically, for this one, it looks like there's 2 trial ladders for some reason. So that's basically what we've got left, and then like presumably some ending portion story maybe. So yeah, I think we will probably finish this game tomorrow, so long as we don't get like particularly crazy stuck on anything, and don't end up having enough time. But yeah, anyways, I'm super excited to see if we will make it to the conclusion of this story. This has been a really fun game, so I'm excited to see how it ends out, especially since this was like an episode that was added like after the fact with the original game. But yeah, I'm super excited. So we will be back tomorrow, potentially finishing this one. Must be nice being comfy and warm. I know, right? I just know like the spot on the bed where they've been laying, basically this whole stream has got to be so warm. And I just know they've got to be so warm right now. They just, they look so comfy cozy. Like, I want in on that. So I think I'm gonna join them, but I might have a bowl of cereal first because I'm feeling a little snacky. So I might have to do that, and then I'll join them and read maybe a chapter or 2 of my book and then go on to bed. Oh, Iris just popped up. Her head popped up. Good morning. And back down. Anyways, all right, you guys, I hope y'all enjoyed the stream. Thank you so much for hanging out. Stay warm out there as best you can. I recommend a hoodie blanket. It's life-changing. And then a blanket on top, and your heater on, and your space heater on. That is my recommendation. Thank you, hon. I hope you have a good night as well, and hopefully tomorrow's a little bit warmer for us, because I'm just not thriving in this weather. I'm not. But yeah, I will see you guys tomorrow. Hope you have a good night. Hope you have a good day tomorrow. And y'all know the drill. Make sure to hydrate. Make sure to eat something if you haven't already. And make sure to do something that will make you smile before bed. All right, you guys. And I will see you very, very soon in the next one. Bye-bye. Good night.